guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're watching me for the first time, I go by the name of A Gift Somagwabe, also known as Soma K. So I am your favorite internal auditor. So yeah, I'm saying favorite because I better be your favorite. I'm joking. Anyways, so yeah, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. The channel is growing and I'm really grateful for that. With regards to DMs and all of that, guys, sorry for the delay. Just been going through a lot and dealing with a lot and work and stuff, so still trying to find my balance, but I am on it. I'll be responding as soon as possible. So today I want to talk about an interesting topic. Speak about your salary versus the cost of living. So the realities of earning a salary versus the cost of living. So you graduate, or you're studying, you're about to finish, hey, you signed a contract and all of that, it's looking nice, you're excited because this is not a stipend, this is not an allowance, it's a salary, but when you're a student and then when you become a working class citizen, there's so much happening and you don't realize the difference. You might think 5,000 stipend allowance is a lot. It's a lot for a student, but start working and you'll realize it's not. So my whole point is I just want to give you guys some insight on how to actually maneuver around your first year as an internal audit associate or whatever, first year trainee, and basically going forward in your training contract and so forth, like managing your money, because guys, yeah, we make a lot of mistakes and I don't want you guys to make that mistake. So I was researching, trying to find out what's like the average salary or like the starting amount as an internal audit associate. So Google says that the starting salary of a trainee is about 308,000 Rand per annum. So this is what research says, what I found on the internet. This is what it says. So I'm going to work with this amount. So we say you sign a contract, you're looking at about 308,000 per annum. And this could be like plus minus, it could be a bit more, could be a bit less. So let's just work around with that figure. So we look at your 305,000 Rand per annum. We divide it by 12 and you're looking at about 25,667 Rand per month. So we could say like 25K, 26, 24, somewhere there, So we look at that amount. So you're 25,667. And I went and I calculated, I went to the SARS thingy, text him, and then I looked at, okay, what would my take home pay be? So when you remove your tax and all of that, then we'd look at about, tax term said about like 21K, 20K, somewhere there. So this didn't have like medical aid, because there are times where you have to pay medical aid, right? So depending on your medical aid, this could be 1.5, 2K, 3K, 800, I don't know, depending on the medical aid you use, the package you choose and all of that. So I minus that, and then let's say we're looking at your take home of about 20K, 19K, somewhere there, right? So plus minus around there. So we're working with your 20,000 Rand. So we'll work with the 20,000 Rand take home. So with your 20,000 Rand, there is like retirement funds, there's life covers, all those things that you want to probably pay for, that you don't actually get paid by the firm. The firm does not pay for you because like you're still a trainee and stuff. So if you're looking into that, you'd want to go get your retirement fund, life cover and all of that. Okay, so that's depending. A lot of young people don't really think of that. So anyways, we're working on the 20,000 plus minus 20,000 salary. So with your 20,000, I asked myself a really simple question. Can I afford a car and an apartment? Because you just graduated, we see all the social media content, apartment, with the keys showing there, a car and everything. It's nice. But then I asked myself, okay, realistically, can I actually afford all of this? Would you be able to afford this as a graduate student and you just started and all of that? Realistically, okay? So take this 20,000 And then let's say I decide I want to buy a car. All right. Usually your cars, guys, when you look up the internet and stuff and you do your research, that's about 4 to 5 thousand. Like if you really want like a good car and everything, you'd be paying around 4 to 5 thousand rand, if not more. Okay, so this is excluding insurance. So there's no insurance yet. So you starting, you're like, hey bank, do I qualify? They tell you qualify for this, say a 300 rand K car, and you'll be paying like 5,000 a month. Right. So remember, this all depends on, you just started working, you don't have a history and all of that. So obviously the interest rates are also gonna clinking you, you know. Okay, so you're like, all right, 4 or 5 thousand sharp. You're like, oh, I can do this. Then you need insurance, because they're not gonna allow you to leave that dealership without insurance, right? So you also want to be safe. So okay, let me call insurance. You know, you're first for women, you go to Hippo and you find quotes. All right, they tell you, okay, you kind of just started working, you don't really have history, you're young, you're risky. They look at, where do you stay? They ask you all those questions. Stay this place, is it secured? No, maybe we rent a couple of people. Or no, it's secured, there's boom gates, the securities, all those things play into effect. What kind of car did you get? Maybe you decided to go get like a Vrupa, you know, it's risky. People like stealing and stealing parts and all of that. Or you just get something that is attractive to thieves. So they look at all of that and then they tell you, all right, your insurance will be about 1,000, 1.2, 1.3, or around there. So I maxed it to like 1.5, because, you know, depends. So we have the 20K, you're paying like 5K for your car. So you're on 15,000. And then insurance comes and they're like maybe 1.5. 1.2, somewhere there. So we're looking at now, after deducting insurance and the car, we're looking at your salary being, your leftover being 13,500. Ne? So your 13,500 now, you're like, this car is not going to run on water. You need to take petrol. You need to put petrol, and now petrol is like 27 rand a liter. All right, you go and you're going to be traveling to work. Sometimes you go to clients and all of that, and it takes a lot of time to claim and all that. You need to use your own money. So we're looking at maybe 2,000 rand petrol for the month. Ne? You might be working from home, you're lucky. You might be going to clients that are a bit far. You might be required to go to the office every day. So let's say like 2,000 rand, depending on your distance and how much you travel, and excluding even work, weekends and all of that. So now we're looking at like 11,500. Ne? Then boom, tire punctured, service, your car, gasket, engine, whatever, things are happening, you know. You need to take that out. So maintenance of your car and all of that, you need to put that into consideration. And I didn't put it in the calculation, so you must just know that this can happen anytime. Okay, so I'm still stuck on the 11,500 after paying the car and insurance. Then we say 2,500 rand for food. I don't know how much you guys eat and stuff, but I know I love buying food. I'm not stingy with food. I will buy food, I'll buy meat, everything. So 2.5, we could work around that. You know, meat is expensive, veggies. If you buy in bulk, at least it'll you know, every month it'll be different. Sometimes it'll be 1 point something, but let's just say 2.5. Okay, so now you're left with like 9,000 rand. Now your 9,000, you're like, hey, I want an apartment. I'm tired of being under my parents' roof. I want freedom. I want peace. I want, you know, all those things that we want as the Gen Z. So you go get an apartment, and we're looking at a proper apartment. This is like about 5,000, ne? 4 to 5,000 somewhere there. And some of them are like, you will pay for water and electricity. Yeah. So this 5,000 is just for you to actually just have a roof. There's not even furniture. There's nothing. Like, you're still going to buy your own TV, furniture, microwave, whatever it is that you need to survive and make it feel like a home. So you're going to have to find a way to put money there to get money for that. Cool. So we minus the 5,000. So that means now water and electricity, maybe depending on how much you spend a month, it could be like 1,000, it could be 500, 600. So from that 9,000, we took out 5,000. We took out, you might water and electricity could be 5 point something. So you're now looking at your amount of about 4,000 to 3,000 rand that is left after you've paid for all those things. Yeah. And after you've paid all those things, you still have other stuff. You might have Netflix, you might have a phone that you're paying for, you might have a clothing account, and then you still have things like home. Some people have children, some people don't have parents that are working, some people are the breadwinners, some people, like, guys, there's so many things happening, you know. So you have all that, so you're now left with, like, from the calculation would say about maybe 2,000 rand, 2.5, 3k. That's what you left with. And still, with the debit orders, I didn't even include that. So what happens, guys, at the end of the month? What is this realistic enough for you to even save to survive and stuff? So I wanted you guys to look at that, like, play around with the numbers and be realistic. Be smart about your moves. If you guys are from Joburg and you have family in Joburg, rather stay at home and maybe buy a car if you want. If you already have a family that already can give you a car, then you can kind of manage just having a place because you don't have to pay for a car. If you're gonna have to do both, be smart about, do I get a place where I can share with someone and pay less rent? Do I get a place that I'm closer to work so I don't have to buy a car and I can just walk to the office? But remember, you also travel, so you need to look at costs like Ubering, you need to look at costs like how train, all these things, guys, you need to put them into account. Like, I fear this so much because we're so quick to want to do everything at once, and we also want content and all of that, but we don't realize that the cost of living is going high. Petrol keeps skyrocketing. I heard that VAT is now going to 17%. There's, you know, electricity, there's just so much going on. Like, put all of this into consideration, guys, when you sign that contract and when you decide, this is where I want to move, this is what I do. If you want to get a place, start saving now to get small things like a sofa, a TV, lay by stuff if you have to. But you need to be realistic about your salary and the cost of living in SA. Things that can actually just make life better. With internal auditing, we have overtime, we have travel allowances, we have all those things, and those things do help because sometimes you work overtime and you're able to claim some money or day off, leaves and all of that. You have travel allowance, which might also just have a bit of a problem with tax when you do your returns and all of that. But those things do help, but don't just depend on that because you don't always work overtime. It's not all the time. And then there's multiple streams of income. Consider making money. Start your business on the weekends. Maybe you're a tutor. Maybe you can do a car wash. Maybe you babysit. Those type of things that can help you actually survive on the lifestyle that you want. But please, just understand the type of lifestyle that you can afford. Don't be too quick. And each time your salary increases, don't just switch up and change your lifestyle. You need to balance it out. So yeah, guys, be very careful on your expenses, your debit orders and all those things. We cannot be in debt when we are so young. There's still so much to do. So monitor what's happening in SA, expenses and the cost of living, and just figure out what approach are you going to take. From me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments, Instagram, whatever it is. And I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.